welcome to Cal's Fitness. Easter Monday. Hope you all enjoyed Easter Sunday, even though we were all at home. We had a lovely family Zoom meeting and it was lovely to see everybody. So I hope that you all managed to at least speak to family or friends and had a nice Easter. So let's get on with this Pilates. So this Pilates is going to be targeted for people that have had hip replacements, but over 6 months. So if you've just had a hip replacement, you may not be able to do all of these exercises. Make sure that you've had clearance from a doctor and that you are 5-6 months past your operation. So weight bearing is always good for hips to stabilize and also to work the glutes, the bottom. So stand with your feet hip width apart, nice and tall through the spine, and allow your shoulders to relax back and down. Softening through your knees. So find your neutral spine. So just allow your bottom to tuck under slightly so the back is nice and long. And then pull your tummy and pelvic floor in and up to a third. So you've got tension through the tummy. Back feels nice and secure. Take some even breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. So allow a calmness to flow through the body. Good, let's release off through the neck. So take the ear to the shoulder and up, ear to the shoulder and up, chin to chest. Gently looking up, back to centre. Look over the shoulder and back, over the shoulder and back. So let's squat. Make sure your knees go over your toes. Pushing the heels down. So push through the heels as you come up. Come all the way up so you squeeze in through the bottom. Good. Morning, Sarah. I struggle to see who's on there when I'm so far back, so I apologise if I don't say good morning to you all. 2 more. Good work. So let's do bow and arrow. So pull back, twist through the waist. So if you want to, you could lift through the knee. You can lift through the knee. You don't have to. You can keep both feet on the floor. Abs are in. Pelvic floor is pulled up. Back is nice and long. So 1 more to each side. Good. And let's go back into those squats. So knees out over your toes. Knees out over your toes. Push the bottom back and down. Push up, squeeze. Push up, squeeze. Okay, so after my squat challenge this morning, this is going to be tough. 2 more. Good. Let's come up to calf raises. So come up to your toes and down. So you're working through the back of the legs, through the calves. Again, come up onto the toes and squeeze up into those bottoms. Make the glutes fire up. Good, 2 more. 1 more. Hold. Nice squat with the toes on the floor and the heels up. Good. Squat. Make sure those knees stay out over your toes. 2 more. 1 more. Nice. Release. Walk through the feet. Walk off through the ankles. So let's just do a bit of hip mobilisation. So a bit of balance work. So standing on one leg, if you need to hold on to something, you can. Forwards and back. So again, squeeze into that bottom. Squeeze into the bottom. So fire up those glutes. Nice work. So 2 more here. So to hold your last one back, little pulses. So little pulses. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Draw that tummy in, lengthen through the back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's circle the leg round. So if you need to, keep your foot on the floor. Circle the leg round. Good. And the other way. So just loosening off through that hip. Good. Take it down. Let's 4 squats. 4 squats. Woohoo. Good. So the other leg. So we're taking it forwards and back, forwards and back. Breathe. Good. Hold it back. Hold it back. So pulse. Pulse. Squeeze into that bottom. Pulse. Oh, yeah. Feel those glutes firing up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle. Say circle. Nice. And the other way round. So remember, you can keep that foot on the floor if you want to. Woohoo! And let's do 4 more squats. Are we ready? 4 more squats. 3, 2, and let's do some more calf raises. So come up onto those toes and down. So up onto the toes and down. Good. 2 more. Should we hold it up and do 1 more set of those squats? I know you're dying to. Come on. Good. So weight bearing is really good. Working those glutes, strengthening through the legs, keeping that core nice and strong. So 2 more. Good work. Release, just walk off through the legs. Woohoo! That was tough for a Pilates warm-up. So just reach for the knee and up. Reach for the knee and up. Good. 1 more to each side. And relax. So let's do our roll downs. So if at any point it hurts, soften through the knee, just come down to the knee. Let's inhale, exhale, just roll down as far as you feel comfortable to roll down. Inhale, exhale all the way back up. So inhale in, exhale, roll all the way down. Inhale, exhale, roll all the way back up. Let's just do a couple more here. So you're inhaling, you're exhaling, you're rolling down. Inhale, exhale all the way back up. And 1 more, all the way down. And all the way back up. Good. So let's take this one all the way down. And let's walk it forwards onto our mat. And let's come down into child pose stretch. So relax down in your child pose stretch. Bottom on your heels. If you struggle to get your bottom on your heels, just come to where you feel most comfortable. If you're tight through the hips or through the bottom, then use a pillow or a cushion, put it under here, and it will help you sit back down. So if you feel you're tight through those glutes, through the hips, use something between your heels and your bottom, and it will help. So swimming on hands and knees. So again, we're looking at strengthening through the core, the back, working into the glutes through the hip. So you've got your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Now make sure every time you bring your leg back down, your knees come under your hips. Don't let the knees walk in together. So opposite arm and leg, lift and lengthen, and back down. So lift and lengthen. So notice the hips and the shoulders stay nice and level. Don't tilt. If you can't lift, just keep that foot closer to the floor. It's really important that you keep that pelvis level and you're working through the glutes, the bottom, through the back, strengthening the muscles around the hip. Good. Do 2 more to each side. Nice work. So remember, if you want to, you could do more or less of these if you're working out by yourself. You can choose which moves you do. You might find, so relax there, back into your child pose stretch. So you might find that some moves for this aren't good for your hips. Some moves hurt. Modify it. Work at your own level. At the end of the day, it's your workout. As long as you're doing something to help ease off through those hips, you're doing good. Well done. So come down to your front. Take your hands underneath your forehead. So again, we want to look at working through into the lower back through the glutes. So we're going to lift and lengthen one or both legs off the floor and lower. Relax your forehead down, tuck your chin. Lift and lengthen and lower. So lift and lengthen. Now I keep looking as though I can see you all, so I can tell you all that you're doing it wrong. So I'm hoping that you're all keeping the hips down, lengthened. And I'm so used to doing this in front of a class and watching people that I keep looking at you through the camera, hoping that I might just see somebody. So heads down, lift and lengthen. So you could maybe do 8 to 12 of these. Your choice to strengthen through those glutes, strengthen through into the back. So relax down. And let's take the arms out for our swan dive. So you've got your right angles with your elbows. Keep your feet on the floor. Lift the head, neck and shoulders. Now either lower or lengthen forwards. Back to your right angles and down. So lift, keep that chin tucked. Either lower or lengthen. Back to your right angles and down. So inhale, exhale as you lift. Inhale, exhale, lengthen. Inhale, exhale. Nice work. One more. Good. Relax down. Come up into your cat stretch. So hands and knees, tuck the chin, pull the tummy in, round through the back. And sink. So come up. And sink. Good. One more. Come up. So again, you could stay here for as long as you want to. Nice. So we're going to add some push-ups into our challenge today. So either on hands and knees, so you're in a box. So this is a box push-up, chest to the floor, back up. You could take the legs back slightly, lift the feet off the floor for a 3/4 push-up, or you can come into your full push-up, elbows over the wrists and back up. So wherever you are, let's do 10 push-ups. So inhale, exhale down. Inhale, exhale down. So push-ups strengthen the entire body. So we're working through the shoulders, through the arms, through the chest. The tummy is in, the back is long. So we're strengthening that core strength. The glutes are tight. Nice. When you've done your 10 push-ups, you can relax. So when you've done your 10, you can relax. Remember again, you don't have to do 10. You might want to do 5. That is absolutely fine. Morning, Will. So do as many as you want to do. So we're going to do some lying on our sides. So to work through the hip, again, to work through the glute, through the leg, we're still working the core and the back. So come to lying on your sides. So lie nice and long here with your ear down on your arm. Again, if you struggle to get your ear down on your arm, or you'd rather, put a cushion or a block between your ear and your arm. So take your legs together, toes slightly forwards. I'm going to take my shoes off. So lying long. Pull the tummy in and try to lift both legs off the floor and lower. So lift both legs off the floor and lower. Now, if you struggle, if you're finding it's hurting this lower hip, put a towel underneath the hip to give you a bit of support, or try to roll back off of your hip slightly. Okay, so lie off of your hip. So just do 2 more. So lifting and lowering. 1 more. Lifting and lowering. Good. Hold, hug the knees in. Give the legs a rest. And take the legs back out again. So let's do it again. Lift and lower. So lie nice and long. Draw that tummy in. Think about lifting and lengthening rather than lifting too high. Good. 2 more. See if you can hold the legs off the floor. Lift and lower your top leg. If it's too much holding that bottom leg up, drop the bottom leg down. Keep that head down, chin up away from your chest. Nice. 4 more. 3, 2. Can we hold and circle that top leg round? Good. Come on. Circle that top leg round. And the other way. Circle. Good. Relax down. Give your legs a hug. Hug the knees in. Relax off through that thigh. Relax off through the bottom. Good. So just relax off through your hip with a clam. So open out and down. Obviously, if you can't take the leg so far, bring it to where you feel comfortable, keeping those hips nice and level. Good boy, Betty. Open out through the chest. Keep the back nice and long. You can stay led. Again, I'm just trying to see you all, you see. I'm just imagining that you're all there. 2 more. It's very strange to me doing it through a camera. And relax. So give those leg a rest. And let's come to the other side. So come to lion, nice and long. Stack your hips, toes slightly forwards. Lengthen, draw that tummy in. Hand can stabilise on the floor or come to the thigh. So lift and lower. So again, if you need that towel, put something under the hip. Or I tend to roll back off of my hip slightly so it's not digging into the mat. But draw that tummy in so you're really concentrating on that tummy and strengthening through this lower back here into the glutes. Good. So 4 more here. 3, 2, and 1. And relax, hug the knees in, relax. Good. So lengthen again. Toes slightly forwards, draw that tummy in. Let's lift and lower. Let's lift and lower. Good work. Nice, so 4 more. 3, 2. Hold the legs off the floor if you can. If you can't, drop that bottom leg. So lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good work. 4 more. 3, 2. Hold, circle. So circle that leg round. Try to keep the shoulders nice and still. Tummy is in. Circle the other way. And relax. Hug those knees in. Nice. Give it a rest. Hoo-hoo. Open out through that hip and down. So open out through the hip and down. Open out through the hip and down. Good. So 2 more. 1 more. Well done. Have a little rest. Give those legs a rest. Well done. Woohoo! Nice work. So come onto your back. Let's do some back lying exercises. So make sure, hi Nats. So make sure that you are comfortable on your mat. And that you're led flat. So your shoulder blades are back and down. Lengthen through to the top of the head. Bend your knees so your feet are flat on the floor. Now, if you've got any back issues or you're worried about this hip turning out at all, you can keep your feet on the floor. You can open out here and back up. Open out here and back up. You could do one leg out and in. So we want to open out through the hip, keeping the back nice and still, keeping this other knee still. You can lift both legs. You can alternate out and in, out and in. So we want to keep that movement through the hip and the pelvis. The back is stable. Good. You are breathing. So again, you could do maybe 4 to 8 on each side. Work how you want to work. Let's just do 2 more to each side. Good. 1 more to each side. And relax. Give those backs, give the legs a rest. Good. So let's do our basic Pilates position on our back, our 100 position. So either feet on the floor, one leg or both legs lifted. Head, neck and shoulders down or up. Hands to your hips. Beat those arms up and down nice and fast from your shoulders. And inhale for 5 taps and exhale for 5 taps. If you want to work harder, lengthen the legs, draw the toes back towards the nose, keeping that tummy pulled in, or lower the legs an inch at a time. But if it hurts the tummy too much, it pulls on the back. You can bring those legs back here and beat. So you're doing up to 100 beats with your arms. So let's go for 4, 3, 2, and release. Woohoo! Nice work this morning. So stay on your backs, just have a rest, hugging those knees in, release off. So one leg stretch, so another common Pilates exercise in most classes, but it works through the hip. Again, it works into the glute, through the hamstrings. So if you want to, you can keep the feet on the floor. Imagine a marble under your heel and just lengthen and in. Lengthen and in. Otherwise, lift your legs to tabletop. Head, neck and shoulders down or up. Draw one knee into the chest, lengthen the other leg out. Draw one knee into the chest, lengthen the other leg out. So I want you to slow this down. So normally in my classes, we do this quite quick. But I want you to draw that knee in and lengthen that other leg out. So you're feeling the stretch. As you pull the knee in, you might feel it stretching through the front of this leg, through into the bottom. As you lengthen the leg, you're going to feel it through here, maybe through those hamstrings. Good work. Let's do 2 more to each side. Breathe. 1 more. Good. Relax. So again, you can do as many as those as you want to do. Remember, it's always your workout, it's how you feel. So relax the feet back down to the floor. So again, another good Pilates move is our scissors to lengthen through the hamstring, through the bottom into the back. So if you've got tight hamstrings, bad backs, or you're worried about your hip at all, do one leg down and up for say 8 to 12, and then change legs. If you want to work a bit harder, bring your legs to that tabletop position, head, neck and shoulders down or up, and scissor through your legs. Now again, let's slow it down. So you're going to get that length at the back of the leg. You're keeping the knee soft, so you're not locking out through that knee. And we are breathing. Please do not hold your breath. Keep breathing. Lengthen. So I would do say 8 to 12 to each side. If you're doing one leg, do maybe up to 10 on each leg. So let's do 2 more to each side here. Nice work. 1 more. Always make sure your neck and shoulders are relaxed. If the neck hurts, keep your head on the floor. Relax. So just relax. Let the knees roll round, or you could take the knees side to side. And relax the feet back down to the floor. So we're going to do shoulder bridge. So keep your feet hip width apart. Bring them back towards your bottom, knees facing the ceiling. So again, tilt through that pelvis. Lift your bottom off the floor, but squeeze through the bottom as you lift and come up towards your shoulders. Keep your knees facing the ceiling and then relax back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Let your bottom sink into the mat. So we're pushing up, you're tilting all the way up, vertebrae by vertebrae, and all the way back down. Good, so coming up. Squeeze through that bottom and back up. So keep going through your shoulder bridge. Now, really important, to keep those knees facing the ceiling and your hips to stay level all the time. So again, really concentrate on coming up vertebrae by vertebrae all the way to the shoulder blades and all the way back down. So it really strengthens through the glutes, through the back, working through the hips. Do a couple more for me. So do a couple more. All the way up and all the way down. Good. Make sure that bottom sinks so you're really tilting through that pelvis. So you're keeping your pelvis moving. So when I say keep the bottom down, when you're coming down, you're really pushing that bottom down to arch. And you're pushing all the way back up. So it's really important that we keep that pelvis nice and flowing. So release, hug your knees in, relax through your back. Good. So go into a full body stretch. Now, if you can, we're going to do a roll up and a roll down. If you cannot come up, you can stay sat. So I'll show you your roll up. Start with a full body stretch. Tilt your chin, pull your tummy in, roll all the way up. Reach towards the toes and you're going to roll vertebrae by vertebrae all the way back down. Now, if that is too much for you, you can stay sat. If you've got tightness through the back, through the hip, sit on a cushion or sit on a block and it will help lengthen you. Soften the knees if you need to, so don't look out for your knees and just reach forwards and back for a spine stretch. So you're either sat here doing your spine stretch or you are doing your roll down, all the way down, all the way up. So I would say do 6 to 8. Maybe if your roll downs, they get harder. Your feet want to start coming off the floor. Or you want to start speeding it up. So do one, see my feet came off the floor. Do one more or stay here in your spine stretch. When you finish, hold. See if you can reach down towards the toes to lengthen through the hamstrings. Good. And relax. So just sit, take the feet together, let your knees open out, take the knees down towards the mat, lengthen through to the top of the head. So we'll do a few stretches for the legs. We'll do a calf stretch at the end as well, which I don't normally do during a Pilates class, but it's good to stretch all the muscles through the legs if you've had the hips done. Good work. Let's sit how you feel most comfortable and just stretch the arms on the floor before we go to standing. So open out through the chest. Let the shoulders relax back and down. Lengthen through to the top of the head. Breathe. And reach forwards. Take the arm across the chest, look over the shoulder. Take the same arm up and down, gently hold, or take the fingers together at the back, but do not hold on to your elbow. Nice, other arm across and hold, look over the shoulder. Take the same arm up and down. Gently hold or take the fingers together at the back. And relax, just release through the shoulders. Relax through the neck, however you feel most comfortable relaxing through the neck. So release any tension. And let's bring ourselves slowly up to standing. So come up to standing nice and slow. And let's take one leg behind the other. So you take one leg behind the other. Both feet facing forward, so you've got a calf stretch. So this muscle here, you're stretching at the back of the leg. Lengthen through to the top of the head. Heel down. Hold and breathe. Nice. Now lift that leg. Bring the knees together for a quad stretch. If you struggle to bring the knees together or lift the foot, you could bring it to here. You could hold. Remember, it's your own level. Work at your own level if you're still tight through that hip. So let's see if we can open out, take that ankle over the knee, sit back and down. So if you struggle with this one, you could do it on the floor. So you could be led with your ankle over your leg, lifting that other leg off the floor. Nice, come back up. Take that leg back, heel to the floor, calf stretch. Oh, who's got tight calves? Me. It's all those squats. Good, so again, lift that leg. So if you can only come to here, that's perfectly fine. If you can hold the ankle, hold, push the hips forwards. So you're going to get stretched through that hip flexor. Good work. So again, take that ankle over the knee, hold and sit. You can hold on to something if you need to, if you want to. Or you could do this stretch lead on the floor. Good. Come up, walk through the feet, relax through the shoulders. Just really walk off through the legs, through the shoulders, and stand with your feet hip width apart, nice and tall through the spine. Shoulders are relaxed back and down, soften through the knees. Find that neutral spine. Pelvic floor and tummy pulled in and up to a third. Take some even breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Well done. Thank you so much for completing this video. If you enjoyed it, tell others, get them to subscribe to my YouTube channel. There is a prenatal Pilates coming up very soon. Well done. Have really good days. Bye.